Warning. The Dragon Between podcast may contain language and adult humor that is unsuitable for those 13 years and younger. Viewer discretion is advised. You're listening to the Dragon Between podcast, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign that takes place in the Eberron pulp fantasy setting created by Keith Baker. New episodes are recorded every Sunday and are released on the following week. You can find the video version on the YouTube channel. And if you like what you see and hear, feel free to drop us a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates and news on the podcast. Thank you for listening, and now on with the show.
The characters found themselves surrounded by an occupying force consisting of armored orc soldiers, led by an odd woman with blue hair. After surrendering to the troop detachment, the group observed as a squadron of Esther-riding samurai motored through the crossroads. The leader of the samurai was then revealed to be Juke the Wraith, the warrior of the group encountered at the swamp outpost several days ago.
The party, consisting of Music, a disguised Lithana, Red, and Zito, were then escorted to the mayor's house to meet with Magistrate Ferouk, the shogunate representative overseeing the operation within the village. As the group met with the magistrate, the invisible wizard, Eli, followed closely behind and attempted to gain entry to the house through an upstairs window. Eli found the window locked and then noticed large creatures with mimetic skin laying in wait upon the roof. The group then learned that the shogunate had been summoned by a local businessman called Luther Vaughn, the owner of Vaughn's Fanciful Confections.
Ferouk questioned the party about the missing companion, Ender, and then revealed that the half-orc samurai had revealed the group's intention to rebel against the shogun. The side with the freedom fighters, the magistrate questioned the characters about the whereabouts of the rest of the party, and then released the present group from the service to the shogun. As Zito attempted to vacate the mayor's home, two samurai blocked his egress, prompting the kobold to hurl his polymorphed earth elemental at the warriors. Music cast a spell on the creature, revealing its true form as it began to wail on them with its mighty fists.
The group lashed out at the shogunate forces in kind, with Eli joining them shortly thereafter. As the party defended themselves, the man called Vaughn suddenly vanished from sight, leaving behind his two mechanical mastiffs. More samurai warriors charged downstairs from the floor above and joined in the fray. The magistrate and Juke were eventually slain, revealing the Quori possessing their bodies. Music, Lithana, and Eli were grasped by the hideous arms of the Ferouk Quori, slowly roasting within the creature's fiery grasp. The Quori gloated telepathically to them all, claiming the village would soon be destroyed by something called Jabal Almat, soon to be summoned through an elemental node by Luther Vaughn.
Okay. Guess what, Lithana? Lithana.
All right. Yeah, I'm here.
It is your turn. You are currently grasped within this creature's tendrils. It has 3 grasping vestigial arms, and it's currently wrapped you up, and you are currently grappled and restrained by it. Your speed is zeroed, and you are restrained. Oh, and I forgot. I almost forgot. You're going to take some damage here in a moment, because you take damage every turn you continue to be in its grasp.
So, Lithana cannot move her arms or legs, is that right? Well, I mean, of course, she'll try to free herself.
Your attack rolls, let's see. Attack rolls against you have advantage. And your attack rolls have disadvantage. So if you attack with a melee attack, you are rolling at disadvantage. Same thing with a ranged attack because you're right next to it. Well, not. I would say it's reeled you into it, I should say. And you have a disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So the way that his that this fiery grasp is you have to make an escape check using your action if you want to get free from it. You need to make right now you need to make a charisma saving throw. Otherwise, you will take damage on a fail. You'll take 3d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. That is a failure. So we will go ahead and drop some more damage on you. You can use an inspiration if you like.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
All right. So that'll be 14 fire damage. Suddenly this illumination, this light, this fire begins to cast off of the creature's tendrils and wash over your body, burning you.
Lithana will try to strong arm her way out of its grasp and attempt to escape.
Okay. You're going to use your action to attempt to escape?
Yes.
Go ahead and make an escape check.
Does that be strength?
Yes, ma'am. Escape checks. I think you can use dexterity, if I'm not mistaken. She already rolled. That wasn't enough to get free. You are no longer held within its grasp.
Okay.
You fall down, not enough to take any damage, but you just go ahead and make a dexterity check for me. Okay, you're able to land on your feet and not fall prone as you skip off of the edge of the table away from it. And I will go ahead and remove the grappled and restrained effect from you. That was, however, your action. You still have movement. So we'll say that you almost landed on your ribs right on the edge of the table.
Gasping for air a bit. Lithana, oh gosh. She's still within its reach, right?
It appeared to be within its reach from where it was. When it first began hovering over the table, it seemed like it had a bit of extra reach than your typical reach.
Alright, she will move back up.
Okay.
And run all the way to the length of the table, and then kind of attempt to recover her senses.
Okay.
And that's the end of her turn.
All right. The Orc Warrior 9 is going to continue to wail on the Earth Elemental with this katana, attempting to lay it low. It, however, misses. And Zito, Orc number 7, who still hasn't forgot when you threw a planter at its head, he's going to attempt to slash down on you with his katana. And he hits with a 20. Did you want to try and stop that?
No, I'll take it.
You'll take it? Okay. And he is going to overhand chop you with his magical katana blade, dealing a total of 13 slashing magical damage as he cuts deep into you, cutting into a section of your armor and ruining a bit of it. And Red, it is your turn.
And it's been a while. Juke is not actually Juke right now, right? He's the Catan thing came out of him.
So the you slayed Juke, and then when his body fell to the ground lifeless, this creature materialized. It came out of him.
Okay. I'm going to go after the samurai that just hit Zito.
Okay. Recklessly, I like it. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Damn. And I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Damn. Oh, did it not go through?
Nope, it went through. I saw that. That was
Okay.
a natural one.
All right.
It's a good thing there's no like negative thing for that 9 life stealer. Like if you lose a charge if you roll a natural one.
And I'm gonna try to bite.
Bite him.
Reckless. There we go.
That is a critical hit with your bite. It's a shame that wasn't with the. As you rip into the creature, dealing 18 piercing critical damage to it.
That's it.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Don't want to move anywhere else?
Nope.
Okay. Eli, you are on deck, sir.
I will try to escape.
We'll try to escape. Okay. Go ahead and make your escape check, sir.
Acrobatics or?
No, it's just a straight check. It's not an ability check. That was weird. That was a
Natural 20?
natural
19,
20.
Though, -1.
You are able. Oh, actually, go first before you did that. Use your action to do that. I need you to make that charisma save to see if you take full damage or half damage. Okay, so you take full damage. I'll go ahead and drop that on you. But even though you take 11 fire damage from the creature, you are free of it. I will remove the grappled and restrained from you. And you were not held up in the air. And you're going to try to go that way?
Yeah.
All right. If you guys are paying attention to the map, more of the map is being revealed as Eli is running away. Well, it's being revealed for him.
I'll move there.
Okay. Eli
Basically hide.
Eli runs into the kitchen.
And I'll end my turn right there.
Okay. Let's see. The samurai warrior. I'm forgetting. I believe I was supposed to be rolling something for confusion on some of these guys. But Kevin's not here to remind me, so he looks wrecked. Looks very rough. I will take a look real quick at what confusion is all about. Let's see. Because I am not familiar with that spell. Let's see. Again, I could be wrong. And it needs to make a wisdom save. Okay. So we'll go ahead and have him make a wisdom save. And he fails. He's confused. It looks like he has to roll on the table. He's going to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within reach. If there's no creature within reach, it does nothing. Well, there's nobody within reach, so he's going to do nothing. Sorry. Music makes you lose control. Is going to make his charisma saving throw. Which he passes easily. And he will take half damage rounded down to the tune of 3 damage. And he will attempt to break free. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Let's try the. He'll try to wiggle free because his strength is terrible. And unfortunately, he rolled a 4, so he is going to stay exactly where he's at. Oh, yes, if you would. I don't know if it's on your character, so that's why it didn't trigger, Sabrina. Your concentration for Hunter's Mark. But if you want to roll your concentration check now, you can.
Yeah, I don't know why it... Hunter's Mark isn't set up correctly for some reason, but yes.
Okay. Outside, there is some... a bit of noise. More noise. You guys have been hearing the sounds of battle off in the distance. Seems to be a bit louder. Like almost like it's possibly getting closer to you. Let's see. On Ferouk's turn, we'll see if he regains his possession. He does not. And he is going to... Let's see. Oh, why not? He's going to attack. Why not? He's going to fly over towards you, Lithana. And he is going to attempt to hit you with inflict wounds. He just comes after you ran away from him. Just checking, surveying your surroundings, you look up and you see this thing with its horrible combination of feathered wings and membranous wings as it's flying closer to you, and with one of its free arms, it reaches out to touch you. And let's see if it actually hits you. It misses. It rolled a 16. It was trying to do inflict wounds to you.
I resist.
You resist. All right, on the Earth Elemental turn, it is going to attempt to... I don't know why he's targeting Ferouk. He shouldn't be. No worries. We could fix that. Okay, he's going to slam into this orc he's been attempting to lay low several times now. He manages to bash him into the ground, dealing 7 damage, and then rears back up and attacks and hits again with an 18, dealing another 11 bludgeoning damage. And in response, the samurai warrior will once again slash into or at least attempt to slash into, but misses the earth elemental. From behind Lithana, you hear the sound of a door like wood, like something thunking against wood. And behind you, one of the doors to that room to the east that was closed, that you remember Saul disappeared into, bursts open, and Saul comes rushing out with his cane. He takes his cane up, lifts it up, grasping it on the end, and it begins to shimmer and turns into a battle axe. And each of you hear him just yell out, "Get out of my house!" And he begins wailing into the enemies around him. Hitting the individual called Mason with the axe. And there is a little bit of a delay. I apologize, you guys. The program is stable, but there are some delays. He decapitates Mason. Mason's lifeless body falls to the ground, his limbs twitching. He then turns around and turns his attention to the two steel defenders and begins wailing into them, hacking and slashing with just reckless abandon, missing with his second attack, hitting with his third attack, and then slashing once more one last time, this time missing. Just spittle flying. He's still wearing his sleep attire, so it looks weird looking at this man wearing his dressing gown, swinging around an axe. And every time he swings the axe, it sounds like someone is singing, just like this. And that's his turn. The defender is barking. It begins to bark, and as it does, it tries to latch onto Saul's leg. Boy, this thing is not programmed. But he misses. Somehow manages to miss, even though this guy... Nope, he actually hit. Never mind. I apologize. Does 6 force damage to Saul. And Zito, it is your turn. You just saw a man dressed for bed burst out of the room to the east and lay low the individual called Mason, decapitating him, and now he's wailing into those mechanical dogs.
Alright. Zito is going to Brave facing... Oh, I don't know. My map just appeared, but Zito will cast Aid on himself. Music in red.
Okay.
At 4th level, so we'll each gain 15 temporary hit points.
Nice. Is that all you do on your turn?
Yes.
Okay. On Juke's turn.
What was the name of the map again?
Oh, it's the mayor's house. It just says mayor's house. If you look in the images folder. I can also share it again if that makes it easier.
No, I'll get it.
Okay. All right. Its sword-like scything talons glowing. This creature now attempts to cut into you, Red. And it does 19 force and psychic damage, reduced down to 4 absorbed. Did you already apply that to everyone, Brian?
I'm working on it right now.
Okay. I apologize. I probably should have just waited since I decided to attack her. Okay. I'm gonna attack again.
There you go.
Okay, thanks, sir. You know, I probably should have done this at the beginning, but what the heck? Nope, he didn't get it.
It looks like it didn't stack. It's supposed to be a 15 out of 5.
Let's say 15 minus, so it is actually would be 11 because some of that was absorbed. So I'll go ahead and make that 11. Whoops, not 121. Jeez. Red's like, yes, give me 121.
Take it with him.
Okay. Second attack with its Mind Blades. This time a 22 hits. And you take 18 force psychic damage, reduced down to 7 as it is partially absorbed. And that's the end of its turn. The other wretched blade now is going to begin to cut into you, Zito. As it slashes at you with its hitting with a 22. Would you like to attempt to stop that?
No, it would still beat my AC.
Okay. And he slashes at you, dealing 13 damage, reduced down to 0, is absorbed from your A that you cast on yourself, and then attacks one more time, but this time it misses, only rolling a 10. And on number 8's turn, it's going to continue to wail into the Earth Elemental. I didn't even realize that Sabrina had disconnected. As the elemental takes...
Yeah, I'm getting back on.
No worries. 10 magical damage. The Steel Defender is going to bite and hit Saul, dealing 12 force damage as it bites into his leg, tearing at his sleeping gown. And I believe that's the end of the turn. Zito, it is your turn again.
Alright, Zito is going to grab the Orc Samurai Warrior number 7.
Okay.
And cast Shock and Grasp on him.
Okay, go for it. You. By the way, you have yourself, music, and Red Claw still. There you go.
Yep, I got it.
No worries. I didn't want you to accidentally, attack yourselves and yourself and your friends. That is a critical hit. Somehow rolled at advantage. Not sure why
It's
that rolled
because
at
my
advantage.
pack tactics.
Oh, I gotcha. You watch as you reach out your hands and touch the orc in the center mass in the middle of his stomach. His armor begins splintering and shattering, and you blast and burn a crater right in the middle of his solar plexus, and he falls over dead.
No, my turn.
Okay. The steel defender that once hit before is going to now use its ability to try and heal itself. And there's a shimmering sound of metal, like tinging and pinging in the air. It's like when you super cool or superheat metal, as it heals itself for 18 hit points. And the wretched blade now is going to continue wailing on you, Zito. This time overhand chopping into you. First attack is an 11, misses. With its second slice with its katana is a 20. Would you like to try and stop that from going through?
No, I'll take it.
Okay. Overhand chops into you. You take 14 magical slashing damage, reduced down to 12. And he looks like he's rearing his blade back, like he's going to do an X slash on you once again. And Lathana, it is your turn. You hear this chuckling alien voice in your head, which has been muttering, and you can hear it saying something. It sounds like, I hear the thoughts of a child of Kithri. Strange. This one appears to be familiar with your companion's flesh. It seeks a reunion. Yes, come, child. Join us. That's what it said on its last turn.
Fun. Lithana will... What should she do? She will notch an arrow, and she will cast lightning arrow on it.
Oh, snap.
With her bonus action.
Okay.
And then she will take a shot right at its eyeball and say, "Go back to the realm of madness, you hideous creature." And my fantasy grounds is glitching, so give me a second.
No worries. Eli, you're on deck after Orc Samurai Warrior 2, who is outside.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
She targeting it?
I don't see you targeting anyone. There you go.
Okay. She will...
That is unfortunately, that's a save.
Okay.
So
wait, hold
I believe
on
it takes half damage on its attack, if I'm not mistaken. When you roll the damage.
Yes.
It should have it automatically.
Whether hit or miss, each creature within 10 feet of the target must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So that means you and Music, Zito, and the Wretched Blade.
Is Zito within the range?
Yes, he is. Said it was within 10 feet.
It says Zito's within 20 feet of me.
Within 10 feet of the creature, correct? So the thing that you were attacking with the lightning?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
It's an AOE. I don't think you can choose who it doesn't hit. I don't believe so.
No, yeah, you're right. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm learning spells.
That's okay.
Okay, so each has to make a dex save.
Okay, I'll roll for music. And it looks like music probably failed with a 10. What's your save DC? 15? Okay. So it looks like music failed, Zito passed, and I'll roll for the wretched blade as well.
So it's 2d8.
It failed. So if you want to go ahead and roll the damage on him first, and then just roll 2d8 separately after you roll that damage.
Okay, I think I can do the half damage. So Zito's half damage, right?
Yes.
I'll just do him
Yes.
first.
Okay. It still did.
wait,
It still
hold on.
didn't do half damage. It did. Well, that would have been 1 damage.
Okay, sorry. I don't know why.
So I'll go
Whatever.
ahead and fix that. It's 41.
And then I'll just do the rest.
Okay, music partially absorbed. Music passes concentration. And 5 damage to Ferouk. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep, that's the end of my turn. She's just gonna kind of look around and be like, guys, I'm running out of spells.
Do you want to move away from it? You still have movement.
Yeah, she's going to move. I guess I'll just try to move here.
Okay, as you begin to attempt to move away, Ferouk looks down at you, and it's going to use its reaction to attempt to grab you with its fiery grasp.
Okay.
And 25 hits, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you take 27 bludgeoning and fire damage, and you're once again held up in its grasp, grappled and restrained.
Okay. Ow.
Ouchie. And unfortunately, you go nowhere. And that's the end of your turn. Eli, it is your turn.
I've moved 10 feet.
Okay. So you whip around
And I
the
cast
corner.
Bigby's hand.
Okay.
Right beside Ferouk.
Right beside Ferouk.
Yes.
All right, I'll put the token on the map, and then you can tell me. There we go. Tell me where you want it to go. Big piece.
Gonna grab 'em.
hand. Okay, we're gonna just leave it there because it's gonna be covering everybody's tokens. So you're grabbing it, so it's now grappled.
Yes, it's 15. The hand attempts to grapple a
Did you-
huge or small creature within 5 feet of it.
Okay, I believe it's either a strength versus dex, or I believe you have to roll an attack to grapple it, correct?
I'm trying to read this as well. The hand is grapple. Oh, no. You use the hand strength score to resolve the grapple.
Okay, so it's your the hand strength score versus Ferouk's strength score, correct?
Yeah. So plus 8.
Okay. It's strength versus strength versus strength or dexterity, actually. But I'll take strength. To check, correct?
Yes.
Okay. He rolled a 28. A natural
Wow.
20 plus 8. I am
20.
so sorry.
Wow. Can I use my inspiration to make a reroll again?
I don't think that's how inspiration works.
I thought I'd try.
I know, it's okay. But if you want to
Well,
burn some inspirations, go for it. It says you. Okay,
I'll
so you're
move back 5
moving
feet.
backward. Okay.
And I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Samurai Warrior 9 continues to attempt to wail onto the Earth Elemental. Overhand chopping him, this time dealing 14 magical slashing damage to it. And let's see, I believe 4 needs to make a wisdom save. Hello, Kevin.
Hello.
Welcome to the fun. Hey, it rolled a natural 20 on its wisdom save. He's no longer confused.
Uh-oh.
All right, he's going to rush up towards Red. And as he does so, as he does so, you're all feeling now this weird vibration in the floorboards. It's as if the floor is I wouldn't say it wasn't reacting to the vibrations from before too much, but it seems to be reverberating now, like in places like that. It's almost as if something is pushing up against it from underneath in places. And Samurai Warrior 4 is going to attempt to slash into you, Red, with its katana, hitting with a 23, and then dealing 12 magical slashing damage, reduced down to 6. And the other engaged samurais are continuing to slash into and cut down the elemental. On Ferouk's turn, will attempt to regain its possession. Does not get it. I learned that if you click the middle mouse wheel on your mouse, I can reveal rolls that I've made. Look at that. I'm gonna start doing that. I apologize. Let's see. Lafana, you're up in its grasp. Let's see. It's looking around. It sees that that hand, and it begins to move away. It will take an opportunity attack as it moves away. Dragging music through the air with it. You can make your opportunity attack, I believe, with your Bigby's hand. I think you can, can't you? If you have a reaction, Derek?
I don't know. I think that's your call. I'm not sure about that.
Okay. I'll tell you what. You read up on it, and I'm going to move on. It wouldn't impede its movement anyway. So it's going to reach down with its tendrils and attempt to hit Saul with its last grasping tendril. And That didn't roll for some reason. That's weird. It rolls a 19 hitting Saul, dealing 25 bludgeoning fire damage. And Saul is now grappled and restrained. And it's continuing to whisper in all of your minds. It's whispering, saying, "Yes, come, child, to us. Take your revenge." And music, it is your turn. You are still grappled and restrained by this filthy creature from beyond
What's my check?
the veil. It is an escape check, which is either a strength or dexterity check.
I will make the dexterity check.
Go for it. Unfortunately, that is not enough. Would you like to use an inspiration? Since you have so many.
Okay.
That's a natural one. I am so sorry.
Can I use another?
Unfortunately, you can only use one inspiration per round. I'm going to actually need you to make a charisma save to see how badly you get burned by this thing. I'm very badly burned. Looks like you are going to take... Yep, you're going to take half damage. So that's 13 reduced to half. We'll say that's 6 damage on you. Which I will manually put on you. There you go.
Okay.
All right. I think you need to roll a concentration check for your confusion as well. But I'm not... actually, I don't think anybody is around is actually confused anymore.
I don't think so either. Well, the one guy died and the guy broke it.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and just take that off of you.
Thank you.
All right. And on Juke's turn, he's going to continue to wail into Red. This time not with advantage. And first attack missing with a 9. His second attack hitting with a 21. Red, you take 16 damage. Force psychic damage. And Red, you'll be up on deck here in a moment as the Steel Defender 1 is going to heal itself. Or that strange pinging sound of metal as it heals itself for 12. And now it's your turn, Red. A giant hand manifested in the air. That's a familiar looking hand.
All right. Red will recklessly attack Juke.
Okay. That's it. As you deal 19 slashing magical damage to Juke, this centipede-like creature with scything talons. Your second attack is a 28, which definitely hits. This time you deal another 19 slashing magical damage to Juke, carving into its carapace, great chunks of it coming off of it. Your Fang attack, unfortunately, is a miss. A 12 does not connect.
And that's it.
Okay. On Saul's turn, Saul will go ahead and make his charisma saving throw. And he manages to make it. So he will only take half damage. And we'll say that's 4 damage on him. And then he will attempt to break free from the grasp of this horrible Quori as he rolls a 20 and breaks free from the creature's grasp. And then he is getting his wicked-looking axe ready to slash. Orc number 8 is going to continue to slash into the elemental. It's basically all these guys have been doing this whole time. Doing 11 damage to it. The earth elemental on its turn will continue pummeling these creatures as hard as it can. Flattening number 5. And it then turns its attention to the orc next to it. And it will Hulk smash. Miss, unfortunately, with its second attack. And there is a horrible wrenching sound of wood suddenly just erupting, splintering, bursting up within this space. You all watch as this hole appears. And a familiar-looking, enormous cockroach-like creature with scything-like limbs appears, enveloping this space up to the ceiling, crawling up out of this hole. Its horrible, malignant central eye glowing an angry orangish yellow color. And you can hear now Ferouk saying, "Get them." And it will scramble hopefully Fantasy Grounds doesn't decide that it's dead. It died. Red, it looks to you as if to say, "Remember me," and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Zito's going to use his reaction to add 4 to her saving throw.
What's that?
I'm going to use one of my artificer abilities to give Red a +4 to her saving throw.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, +4. Not bad. Unfortunately, a 15 does not do it, and you are paralyzed.
Nice.
Is the terrifying creature now. Its scything arms up like a praying mantis just leaps forward on you. I suppose I should target you. Okay. There we go. That's 28. I believe that's a critical hit, correct? Because you're paralyzed?
Critical hit.
Okay. That is 53 damage. Why the heck did that go on Steel Defender?
You know what? He's there.
It said it was targeting... Okay, that's weird. There we go. I put it on you. I'm so sorry.
Alright.
That's weird. It didn't. It still didn't put it on you. Okay, I guess I need to roll that. I guess I need to roll that again.
Do you want me to just calculate it and change my wounded?
Yeah, I guess.
It took me down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay, I'll just manually do that for you. There you go. Whoops. 07. There we go. Okay, so you're unconscious.
Don't think. Hold on.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why. For some reason, it need to add unconscious to you.
And for my relentless rage, it says if I drop to 0 hit points while I'm raging and I don't die outright, I can make a Constitution saving throw and drop to 1 hit point instead.
Okay, make your con save. That's a natural 20. You're at 1 hit point.
Nice, 1 hit point. 106.
All right. It'll take its next 2 attacks on you. Just for ha-has, I'm gonna make sure that it's targeting you and not whatever it was doing over there. That's so weird. That's 29. Definitely hits, correct?
Yep.
Okay. See if it does it again. What the? It did it again. It did it to something else. Okay, so yeah, you're not outright killed, but you are unconscious once again.
All right. And I guess I can keep doing that, but it's going to be harder this time. So now it's a DC 15.
Okay.
Con save.
And you still manage to. You're still up. Okay then. It's gonna try to bite you this time.
Imagine Red just like fucking roaring this whole time, just getting back up. That hits.
Okay, this time I'm just gonna roll it from the thing. Okay. It actually, for some weird reason, if I roll it the way I was rolling it, I'm just gonna double that damage, so it's 22, not 11 this time. You're dead. You're down again.
All right, let's see if
I can't. So you could just keep doing that over and over, and it just.
Yeah, and then the DC goes up by 5 each time, and it resets on a short rest. But
okay.
Yeah, every time I drop.
So now it's a DC 20.
Now it's a DC 20.
Okay. And unfortunately,
now I'm
down. You're down, unconscious. Red keels over after you get the first time it hits you, you're like, ugh, and you start to get up. It hits you again. You're like, pulling yourself up on your sword, sticking into the ground like a kebab, and then it reaches forth and bites you, and you finally expire unconscious on the ground in front of it once again. And well, with all that silliness done, the Steel Defender is going to go. It says it's dead, but it's not. I don't remember how much hit points it had, so I'm just going to say it's at half hit points. How about that? It's going to continue to attempt to heal itself up. You can do this 3 times a day. And that's all it can do. And Red, make a death saving throw. I think the paralyzed condition ends when you fall unconscious, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll take that off of you. That is 1 success. And Zito, you're going to be up next after Ferouk goes. Ferouk, let's see. Needs to roll to see if it gets its possession back. It does not. And it's going to... Oh, why not? It's going to him over to good old Zito. Get closer to him. And he's going to try to grab you, Zito. Because, you know, that's the way he rolls. He's going to
I don't like that.
He's going to reach out and touch you. I'm so sorry. But he has this thing where he likes to, you know, he's kind of creepy. But on the plus side, he rolled a 14.
He's a hugger.
He's a hugger. He misses. And that's the end of its turn. Well, actually, no. I apologize. It has 3 attacks. He's going to try 2 more times.
No, it can end his turn. No, he can end his turn.
That's a hit. 18 hits, correct?
18 hits.
Okay, would you like to try and stop that?
Since the beginning of a new round, I think I already used my reaction.
Okay. Then he will grab you up in his arms. You take 17 damage as you are grappled and restrained by him. And it starts to grab you and pull you up, reeling it up yourself closer to it. And Zito, it is your turn. Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw. If 5 misses or fails,
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Go for it. That's also a failure.
I saw that bounce off the 20.
Oh no!
I feel cheated.
So the horrible sensation of your skin scales cooking as you take 12 fire damage and fall unconscious in its grasp. This is starting to look familiar, you guys. The Wretched Blade's turn. It is going to, seeing that Zito and Red have fallen, it is looking around, and it just looks down, and it looks down at you, Zito, and it just says, yes. And it slashes down, carving into your body. You take a death save from it. I believe that's two failed saves?
Yep, that's 2 fails.
2 fails for Zito. It then, with its second attack, it takes its blade and twists it in your body. And there is an exhalation of air as Zito, a familiar sight, the diminutive kobold, breathes his last breath. And Lithana, it is your turn. You are seeing this horror just begin to unfold before you. You're restrained in its grasp. You've just watched your 2 companions who have fallen before once again falling. Once again falling, one to the oversized cockroach and then to one of the dastardly samurai. Would you like to escape or do something else?
I will attempt to escape.
Okay, go ahead. First, make a charisma save. We'll see how much damage you take from its fiery grasp.
Oh, it's almost a 19.
Almost a crit. All right, so you're going to take 13 fire damage from the Quori.
Oh gosh, guys.
Would you like to attempt to escape? Do you have any healing potions you can swallow?
Lithana will look for the healing potions on her belt and attempt to grab it and drink it.
Okay. You can't escape if you use your bonus action to do that. Like, you can attempt to escape, and even if it fails, you still have your bonus action.
That's true. Okay. She will attempt to escape.
Okay.
And that would be Dex? Can it be Dex?
It can be Dex.
Oh.
A 19 does it. You are out of its grasp. And feel free to down a healing potion if you want to.
She will take a... Let's see. A potion of greater healing.
Okay. It's a good thing you got those from your friend, huh?
Yeah. And then she will use her movement and run.
Okay.
Oh gosh. To here? To here.
Okay.
And that's the end of her turn.
All right. Samurai Warrior 8, continuing to cut and carve. You guys have just been hearing the sounds of metal hitting stone for the last almost a minute now, as this combat has taken place over the course of about 30 seconds have gone by. Samurai Warrior number 4 is going to look down at Red. It's going to thunk its katana into your body, Red. And that's, I believe, 2 death saves failed on you, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Okay, I went ahead and marked that for you. It only has 1 attack. Music makes you lose control. It is your turn. Make a charisma saving throw. Unfortunately,
I watched the 25 board.
That is not enough. Would you like to use one of your inspiration points? I don't think you.
Not me
I don't
using
think
an
you,
inspiration.
Yeah, you have 3, so yeah, you're using your second one. Unfortunately, that is not going to do it. You are still, or you are going to take some damage from this creature.
Okay.
And would you like to escape or do something else?
Well, let's see what the damage does first. I don't have so many hit points left.
Okay, let's find out. Just waiting for Fantasy Grounds to... it has these moments where it does a little hiccup, where it's like trying to catch up to the things I'm doing. Yeah. All right, music, you take 10 fire damage as the fiery grasp erupts all over your body.
Okay. I will attempt to escape.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is a natural 1.
That's my second one tonight.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do or can do? Swallow, drink a healing potion?
Nope, that's everything.
I think you have your...
I gave them all away.
Oh, okay. This creature is going to use its last repair to heal itself. It's used all of them now. It heals itself up 17 hit points. Juke is going to look down at the fallen body of Red Sharpclaw, and it's going to carve into Red with its mind blades. And almost echoing a similar outcome once before, Red, you suddenly you fall, your unconsciousness ceases to be. No thinking, just nothing, as Red breathes her last breath. And Eli, it is your turn.
Well. I'll move right there.
Okay. You see a hideous cockroach creature.
Eli. Eli looks at Red and Zito, lifeless bodies, and feels really bad. He looks over at Lathana and Music, and he says, "Run." And I will grab Zito, and I will cast Dimension Door 500 feet away.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
To the woods.
To the woods? Okay. So like northeast, east, north?
I have a pretty good idea. I mean, I've walked all around this town.
You have, yeah.
So it's not like I'm blindly going. I can't really blindly go, but a picture in my head that I think,
Okay. All right. With that, Eli and Zito. Eli, you create the dimension door and you grab his body and you run through it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Eli is gone, grabbing Zito's lifeless body. Lathana, you watch this happen. Once again, many times you've seen Eli summon a dimension door, this time grabbing the crushed, fallen body of Zito and disappearing with it. I believe you take an opportunity attack, if I'm not mistaken, from the horror.
Who?
The giant bug.
No opportunity attacks when you use Dimension Door.
Really? Interesting.
Yes. It's just like Misty Step. It is teleport.
Okay. All right. Eli is gone. Wonder if I can make you invisible. I can. Yay. All right. I'll make you and Zito invisible. All right. Number 9.
Yeah, Jeremy Cloppers said you don't provoke an opportunity attack when you teleport.
Okay.
Would you consider this a teleport?
This is it a teleport? It's in the description. It would say in the description.
Yeah, you teleport yourself from your current location. Yeah, okay, so it's a teleport.
All right.
I wanted to make sure, so because if
sure.
I one hit, I'm pretty much down too. So
yeah, it would get you. It would get you real bad. And Elemental versus Orcs once again. This Elemental is looking like it's got pebbles and chunks of it falling down onto the wood around it. What was that? You're gonna rob the corpse of Zito?
No, I said I only could take one person. It was between Zito and Red, and I said Zito has my book.
Oh, I thought you said you were just gonna rob his body. Saul is going to rush forward, taking going to rush over here, right up behind this wretched blade here, and he is going to carve into him with his axe. And hits like a Mack truck. First, dealing 16 damage, missing on his second attack. Critically hitting on the third attack, dealing 21 damage, cutting his head off. And then on his last attack, goes for Samurai Warrior number 4. hitting and whack, cutting him down as well. The Wretched Blade and Orc Samurai Warrior number 4 are dead. And Lithana, music, you are now hearing does that Bigby's hand go away, Derek?
Oh, yeah. That's gone.
All right, I just wanted to double check. You are all hearing sounds of scuffling coming from somewhere outside. Sounds of like blades slashing and crashing. The sounds of weapons. And you all hear a muffled sound of someone yelling from outside. And on Ferouk's turn, let's see if he gets his possession. He does not. And he is once again looking around. He looks down at Saul and he reaches out and tries to inflict wounds on him once again. Or I should say once again. I think he tried that on you and failed, did he not, Sabrina?
Yes, he did.
Okay, he's gonna try it on Homeboy. Let's see if he actually does it. He might actually hit. Oh, that's a critical hit. He does 34 necrotic damage to Saul. Saul screams "Ugh!" as he is burnt by this corrosive substance that secretes, and it almost seems like globules of matter as it cascades over Saul, almost like it's vomiting out of its tentacle onto him. Zito, you're dead. I'm sorry. I don't mean to twist the blade.
Is that a threat?
No. From outside, there is an odd noise. Sounds like glass breaking. Let's see. See if it actually hits. And do. Because it might not. And that's a hit. A bolt catches Orc Samurai Warrior 9 through the broken window as someone has fired a bolt. And let's see. And the bolt catches him in the back of his neck. He reaches up with his free hand. It's like, ah. Oh. And then he doubles over in pain and starts to vomit. And as he's looking back in the direction of that attack. And let's see. Lithana, it's your turn. You just heard a glass breaking from somewhere off of the southeast of this level of the estate. And then the orc crying out in pain. And you can now hear the sounds of battle as have gotten closer to the mayor's house. And from your position, you don't really see what's going on. You just see that enormous cockroach-like creature looming over the dead body of Red. You see your companion music still hanging in the air, in the grasp, the fiery grasp of the Quori. Do you listen to your companion's call of run, or do you continue to try and help your friends who are still present?
Gosh. Ah! What do I do? Lefana would notch another arrow.
There's a big hole in the floor where that creature came from. That's the only, and you know that Eli came from the kitchen. So other than the door, which is closed to the south, the hole in the floor, that door that Vaughn went through in the rear, and possibly an exit in the kitchen.
Lefana will back into the corner and she will notch an arrow.
Okay.
And aim it at Ferouk.
Ferouk, go for it.
And she will sharpshoot.
Sharpshoot. That's a hit. Somewhere out in the ether, because Eli doesn't have a ring, maybe he's whispering into somebody else's ring. He's saying, run! That's 23 damage to Ferouk.
She'll take another shot.
Go for it. That's unfortunately a natural one.
Alright. As her bonus action.
Oh, I forgot. When you miss, you get to make another attack. As part of your Gloomstalker, your new ability, if you miss on one of your attack rolls, you get to immediately make another attack.
Okay.
Make sure you read that ability. I read that when I was looking through your sheet.
Okay. She'll sharpshoot one more time.
That's a critical hit.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Don't get ahead of yourself there. It can still come and get you.
I know.
That's kind of a low critical hit.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
She will use her bonus action to take another healing potion.
Okay. Go ahead and drink your healing potion. Are you going to do any more movement or stay in that corner?
She's going to... oh, gosh. She's staying right there. She's like, I'm not leaving without your friends' music. Trust me. Come over here. I have an idea.
Music is hovering above the floor, above the table, and the fiery grasp of the Quori for...
When you get free, come over here. I have an idea.
Aw. That's so sweet. More sounds of scuffling going on from outside. Let's see. As you're hearing now thumping, scraping, and slashing coming from just outside the door, and hearing the sounds of something going on. Let's see, that hits. you just hear something is carving into and attacking the orcs that were outside. And music, it is your turn. Make a charisma saving throw. Would you like to use your last inspiration? Unfortunately, that is not enough. I am so sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. I wasn't counting on those anyway.
Music, you take 9 fire damage from this creature's grasp. It uses you fall unconscious. You're not dead, but you are dying. And that is the end of your turn. Juke is going to grab Red's body and pulls it and dumps it in the hole that creature crawled out of. Just almost like defiantly, it takes its pincers, sticks into her torso, and whips around and throws it in the hole. It then zip disappears down the hole. And on the burrowing horror's turn, it looks at a very tasty looking morsel in the corner up ahead. And it begins rushing towards you, Lithana. Its glowing, maddeningly glowing eye, piercing, staring straight at you. Make a wisdom save. Surprisingly, you are not paralyzed. You managed to save out of that. Rolling a 17, that is the DC you needed. It then begins to wail upon you with its claws. Its first attack missing. It thunks into the wall behind you. Its second, however, hits. You take 19 slashing damage from the creature, and then its maw opens up, bifurcating, splitting open as it attempts to sink its jaws into your flesh. And that does hit. And it does 33 piercing damage to you as you fall unconscious in its jaws. And the creature, let's see, used all of its turn. It's holding you in its jaws now. Let's see, outside. Yeah, why not? More sounds of let's see, is anyone still awake? I think this might actually be over.
It's over.
Yeah, I think that's
Everybody in
it.
here's dying.
Music's unconscious. You're unconscious, correct?
I'll be dead soon.
Okay, music is unconscious. You guys don't know what's going on, actually, then. I think this combat would be over, but you know what? We're going to continue to let you guys roll your death saves, because you never know. Let's see.
Whoops.
So just for ha-has, because time is loosey-goosey right now, because you guys are unconscious. Let's just go through the motions here. Saul's still alive. He's still kicking you guys. He still believes in you guys. Saul is going to run up and step on top of his table, elevating himself so that he can reach Ferouk. And he's going to start wailing into Ferouk. Oops. Okay, that's 2 hits. That actually connected. Third attack. Hits. And his last attack. Hits. Where were you earlier there, man? They were dying. So he hit with all 4 of his attacks with his axe. He appears to be trying to cut free music from Ferouk's grasp. And Eli, what are you doing? You emerge cradling the body of your companion Zito in the middle of the woods. The air is thick and smoky. The early morning light has begun. Is starting to stream through the sounds of the creatures around you. The usual sounds of critters and bugs and whatnot.
I am running as far away as I can from the battle, and then I'm going to find a quiet spot and start creating teleport circle.
Okay. It takes, 10 minutes?
Yes, it does.
Gotcha. Okay. Just for ha-has, we'll see what happens to the elemental. It is getting carved, and in response, it is hitting back. This thing managed to stick around for a while, you guys. Thunking, thunderous, whacking as it's laying low yet another orc. No one there to see it, unfortunately. And I'll tell you guys what, just for ha-has, we'll drop out of combat, and let me get another death save from, we'll just go in order back and forth. Let me get a death save from you, Lathana. That is a failure. Music. That is a success. And Lathana once again. That is another failure.
Can I use an inspiration for that?
On a death save? I believe you can use an inspiration on a death save.
Okay.
That's how I'm ruling it. Unfortunately, that did not do anything for you. Music, go ahead and roll another death save. That's a failure. Lathana? That's a success. Music, one more death save. And that's all I'm going to ask from you for now. Music, you feel like a strange sensation as you are no longer unconscious. There is a woman standing over your body. There is the sound of many feet thunking on wood and individuals around you. As you're looking around, Lathana, you too also awake, and you see a familiar fur-lined face of the male shifter that you met in Gutterguts, Talon. And he is holding an empty bottle, looking down at you with a look of concern. You are hurt. The two of you are both at 10 hit points. And as you're coming to your senses, looking around, you feel as though some time has passed a little bit. Not too much, but you're seeing now there are tons of individuals in here. You see the mayor is leaning up against a chair, sitting in a chair with his axe leaning against his leg. Ferouk is gone. The giant cockroach is gone. None of the samurai in sight. Those 2 mechanical mastiffs are gone. And you just see some familiar faces, other not so familiar. You see a handful of the samurai that you saw before. They look really rough, worse for wear. There's still the sound of vibrations, the tremors going on, still the sounds of battle somewhere off in the distance. Talon looks down at you and says, "Are you all right?"
What happened?
And music, you recognize the other. You didn't see or interact much with her, but you recognize the female to be that of the female shifter that the group met at Gutter Guts, the brother and sister pair. And she's helping you up right now into a sitting position.
You died too, huh? This sucks.
Red. You fell in battle. You fell unconscious. And you felt nothing. You slipped into the great beyond. You shuffle loose the mortal coil. And then a new sensation, familiar sensation of waking up again. Your lower half of your body is warm from like mid-thigh down. You feel like you are standing in a substance, like a warm liquid. As your eyes begin to open up, you reach around and out. You find that you are in some sort of a semi-opaque tube. And you look it down. As you look down, you can see now that this liquid is of a yellowish color. And it seems to be slowly rising within this chamber that you're in. You can see as you're looking around that beyond this crystalline tube that you're inside, you see other tubes resting on clusters of rock and embedded in stalactites and stalagmites that join together. The chamber is glowing a soft purple color, and you can just make out other humanoids floating within these tubes. You are trapped, and you are alone. That's it.
Gone. And I did.
I didn't know you could come back from heaven. How do you do it?
Same way you get there. You go through the gate.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey, Jeremy. I was just telling about the time that music got kicked out of the upper planes, specifically heaven, for playing Sympathy for the Devil. They apparently didn't get the joke, didn't think it was funny at all. They didn't kick me out, but they did politely imply that I should leave.
Oh, no. Well, Ashley and I had a lovely conversation, didn't we, Ashley?
Lovely.
Are we going to see Robo Red?
Ashley, that what I described to you is rising, but it's barely noticeable that it's rising. But you are stuck.
Okay.
It feels pleasant, actually. Like this warm. It's like a warm bath almost. Eli.
Yes.
You went off into the woods with the body of your fallen companion, and then you cast teleportation circle. Where did you go?
to another plane.
Okay. Would that be Donvi?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
I mean, I could just be a jerk and do that, right?
It would be funny.
Yeah. So as you were about to finish the incantation, Eli, you heard the sound of someone whispering and psst out to you from behind one of the trees nearby.
I'll keep concentrating.
Okay. That person continues to go, psst, hey, hey.
Hey, go away. Don't just look like I'm doing something.
Hey, what are you doing?
Enjoying nature. Now bug off.
Why are you out here? Kind of a scratchy, diminutive sounding voice. Sounds kind of familiar though.
Familiar by who?
Familiar to you. As if you've recognized this voice.
Oh! Hey, buddy, you want to come along? Come here.
And as you look, you see a not one, not two, but 3 goblins emerge from behind the tree. And one of them wearing the same outfit he was wearing when you met him for the first time in Guttergut's Arget. And he has his weapon out. His companions are behind him looking around warily, and they saw you doing this teleportation circle in the middle of the woods. And Arget is running up to you now and says, "We have to get out of here."
Yeah. So just I'll follow you.
And he are you stopping your teleportation circle?
No.
No? Okay.
No, go on ahead. Go on ahead.
And Arget looks at you and he says, he looks at the dead body of Zito and he says, "Did you kill him?"
No, they did. I'm trying to save him.
Who did?
The Shogun.
Shogun. Soldiers.
Yes,
What?
the soldiers.
It's worse than I thought. Regarasta was a fool. Come with me.
Just give me a minute.
Okay. He continued to stand there and look at you like quizzically. Eventually, your teleportation goes off, and you're able to use your teleportation circle if you want. You're casting teleportation circle?
Yeah.
Okay. And now, the way that works, other beings can use it with you, correct? If you choose to do so, or can they just use it? Willing creatures.
If I choose.
If you choose. So if you cast teleportation circle, only creatures you choose, or is that teleportation? So if I'm not mistaken, circle's different. And I might add, those vibrations are continuing. And they have not ceased. It's continuing.
It opens up until the end of my turn, not my next turn.
Okay, so 6 seconds.
So 12 seconds.
12 seconds. 12 seconds, and anything nearby can use it, correct? Or if you...
Technically, yes.
Technically,
if they
yes.
go through
Okay.
it.
Okay. So your teleportation circle goes off. Do you go through it?
Well, I'm going to try to tell him to, like, hey, I'll meet you. Move along.
The diminutive robed goblin, which is one of his relatives now. He wanders up and he looks and he goes, "Oh, okay, I see what he's doing. Where are you going? Where are the rest of your friends?"
I'm going to get help. Where I'm going, you don't want to go.
1,
Trust me.
2,
They're a little racist.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's about to close. 9, 10, 11.
I'll grab Zito, and right as 11 seconds, I'll jump in and it shuts.
Choo, choo. Gone. Once again, you appear in the familiar sight of the halls. You can see the teleportation sigil, which you thunk fall out of with the body of your companion thunking away from you.
I've already done this before, so I'll pick him up and I'll head back to the hospital.
Okay.
Almost like deja vu. Almost like we've just been here.
Yeah. All right, so what would you like to do? Time is loosey-goosey here, so there won't really be much time passed if you just, depending on what you decide to do.
I was gonna show up to the hospital again and be like, yeah, excuse me, I'm so sorry, but here's another 50,000 gold.
You're gonna spend another 50,000 gold? Okay. It's not 50,000, it was 25,000.
Okay. Oh, good. Oh, good.
If I remember correctly, what services did you wish to receive?
True resurrect.
A true resurrect?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, that requires 25,000 gold, so you can go ahead and deduct that if you have that. And
I have that.
they perform the ritual. It takes an hour. And your companion, very stiff, very sore. This seems very familiar, Zito, as your kobold eyes open and adjust to the bright lights of the overhead domed chamber that you're in. The familiar sight of an enormous blue-skinned angel staring down at you with a look of concern, and a scraped and scratched up Eli looking at you expectantly.
Did it happen again, Eli?
Yeah, it did.
I really don't want to get used to this.
Yeah, neither do I. It really cost us a lot of gold.
Zito, as you're looking around, a bit different from before, you don't see red. When this happened once before, you woke up to the familiar sight of your shifter companion, also awaking on a slab within this house of healing.
Eli, where's Red at?
Yeah, I'm not really good at this, so I'm just gonna tell you. Last time I checked, I don't know about Mathana or music, but everyone else did.
Wait, so you left them behind with that giant bug creature and that giant floating eyeball?
Yeah, well, see, I almost died too, and I only could pick one person. Oh, I chose you.
Zito's going to pinch the bridge of his eyes, or his nose, and...
Does Zito still have all of his stuff, is my question. Or did you go pilfering through his pockets, Eli?
I got my book back.
Okay. You went into his bag of holding and took your book?
You're right. Nah, Eli would wait until he wakes up.
Okay.
Well, now we know why he saved Zeta.
It's insurance. You guys got to think ahead.
So the familiar sight of the blue-skinned angel, it looks down at you and says, "Careful, little one. There is a price to pay for cheating death. It takes a toll on you. It may not be so easy if you continue to tempt fate."
I'll tempt fate as long as I have to. It's
Very
my
well.
duty.
You are both free to leave at any time.
Ask him, who does he serve?
And he looks to you sort of quizzically and he says, "I am stationed here at the halls to serve the people that come here. Those who seek healing. Those who come to Donvi for rare visits and require it. I serve the order. I serve judgment. Balance. Whom do you serve?"
Well, no one at the moment, but I was thinking about making a deal with someone really high powerful, for my friends.
A deal. A bargain.
Yeah.
Be careful who you ask for such things. There are those who would attempt to take advantage of those who are in need of such things.
I mean, you seem kind of nice, right? So I figured that, whoever you know is nice too.
Well, that of course depends on your need. I spend most of my time serving the halls. Serving this place, this hall of healing.
Oh, okay.
Zito is going to pull up his ring and he's going to at least try and make contact. Does Lathana still have her ring?
That's up to Lathana.
Yeah, she does. Or, I mean, you wouldn't know that. You would just have to, I don't know.
Well,
just have to try.
Yeah, Zito is calling.
Lathana doesn't have
Zito
her
is
ring.
calling you,
What?
so
Okay. Zito, you call on the ring and you are hearing the sounds of clashing, yelling, weapons on weapons, shields, armor crashing into individuals, and the sound of a familiar screeching, chittering noise of that large cockroach creature. Booming sounds. And then the sound cuts out after a few moments.
yeah,
Nothing.
they're still down there.
Nothing in response to Lathana. No response from her.
Yeah, I just really don't have any way to get to him or be able to help him.
We gotta do something. We can't just sit here. They're dying for us. I died for us. Red died for us. We gotta try, Eli.
That's why I was gonna make a deal with someone really powerful.
Oh, whoever it is, they better be on the way back to this gate that we used the first time. Because I'm not going to sit here for you to interview any otherworldly beings for powers, Eli.
I'm not talking about the worldly beings. I'm talking about someone much more powerful.
As I said, I'm heading back, Eli. I gotta help him. And Zito is gonna leave.
Okay. Do you have a destination in mind, Zito?
I'm gonna go to the that gate that Zito first used to get back to Hartham.
Gotcha. It takes you a while, but you can get there if you're leaving Eli behind. Eli, what
So you're
do you
with
do?
me, Eli, or
I'll follow, but as we go back, he'll look around and see if there's anything he can. I mean, I guess like any like big temples or anything.
It's kind of like Coruscant from the Star Wars universe. It's this endless, like, the Halls of Justice itself is an enormous complex, towers and buildings, and just crowds spilling over into the streets, as I've described before, of amorphous humanoids that don't really seem to have like a form that they stick with. It just keeps shifting. And of course the other creatures, like the floating mechanical angel-like beings, and the centaur-like creatures with mechanical wings that fly through the air. And of course the occasional singular-eyed colossal sentinel that stomps up and down the halls. Tons of monodrones and duodrones of the little mechanical orb-like creatures with their little vestigial arms rushing around this way and that way, zipping through your legs, Eli. But
I'll start to stop and ask.
Unfortunately, this place is a bit alien to you. Still, even though you spent some time here, most of your time has been focused on building your golem, and not really getting to know the cities, or getting to know the regions of this place. You do know that Danvi is a multi-layered Dyson sphere of realms. Like, there's different realms at different levels of this place.
Oh, Zito. I got an idea.
now what's your idea?
Well, time is loosey-goosey in this place, so, you know, if we take 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, we'll still pretty much end up in the same exact moment. Why don't we visit the so-called FBI bureau? I still have one pass.
The Panopticon?
The Panopticon, yes.
Okay.
I still have that pass I never used. Maybe we can get them to help us.
All right, you got half an hour, Eli.
Oh, it'll take longer than that.
That's how long
how far
Zito's gonna be waiting.
Okay.
You better use some magic to.
In terms of time here on Danvi, it would take you at least an hour to travel to the Panopticon on foot. You could hail some sort of a conveyance, like you did before. Some of you did before, to get over to the libraries, the stack.
Yeah, I like to hail like a taxi thing.
Okay. Not unlike the boat-like skiffs from the city of Sharn, a thing that looks like it's composed of bone, muscle, and sinew comes to a stop, and a bony, winged, horned creature leans over the edge and says, "You wanna ride?"
Yes, I do. I need to go to the Panopticon as fast as possible.
That'll be 5 platinum. I'll get you there.
I'll give it to him.
Okay, go ahead and deduct 5 platinum. Zito, do you go with him?
Yeah, I'll go with him.
It's uncomfortable. Everything is apparently made of bone. And there is... It just seems like everything is just wet and slick, and you kind of slip a little bit as you're trying to find a place to sit on this thing. There are other individuals. This almost seems like a bus-sized vessel. And most of them have like that amorphous shape. Like they just don't seem to have like a form that they stick with. And they're all wearing a very simple attire. The creature rockets away at breakneck speed away from this complex of buildings, rising up, going towards, in the distance, a speck that begins to get bigger and bigger. This geometric shape that almost looks like a teardrop eye, which is split down the middle with a large sphere floating and emanating this green light at the center. You get closer to it, you can see that there are various docking towers connected to the outside of places, and this gangrelous creature stops at one of them, and after taking your payment before, he allows you to leave his conveyance. A few of the individuals, it took a while. It stopped a few places, so it only within time here in Danvi only took maybe 10 minutes to get there. The vehicle open topped, the feeling of the wind blasting you all in the face. It lets you off, and you are left to your own devices outside of one of the many entrances into this place. There is even more of a presence of these sentinels, these mono drone-like hulking sentinels that are standing near the entrances. And as you get closer in, an individual seemingly composed of mist and light, wearing draped robes and a hood that covers its head, it looks down to you and says, "What is your purpose for visiting the Panopticon today?"
Yes, I'm here to talk to someone in charge.
I can speak for the Panopticon for a simple question.
Who's the head of the Panopticon?
The head of the Panopticon.
Yeah. I need to speak with him.
Said her, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Her.
She is very busy right now. Perhaps if you wanted to make an appointment and come back.
I have a one-time free pass.
And he looks at you, and just if a ball of light could like arch an eyebrow, it would be doing so at this point. And it reaches out. You can see now it has a free floating hand. It doesn't seem to be connected to anything solid. And it reaches out for this missive that was given to you. And he takes a look at it.
It's super important. Like, this is like life or death.
This gives you access to the Panopticon for one-time use to view an individual of your choice.
View an individual? You're right, view an individual, so I'd love to view her.
View an individual, not the missus, an individual on any plane of existence we are able to peer into, is what I meant to say. If you wish to use your pass for that very purpose, then right this way. And as he reaches out a hand, you see these little smaller quadrones that seem to fly out from its cloak and form into a larger one. And it looks like it's looking at you. It does a little salute, and it's now hovering, flying in the air, staring at you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood it. Okay, well, let's try this again. Is there anyone that I can talk to that's of higher level? Like, up high in the Panopticon?
I'm certain that I don't quite understand what you're asking me. As I stated, you need to make an appointment if you wish to speak to a head or regent of the Panopticon. If you wish to just use your pass to have access to the Panopticon, you can do so right this moment.
I was told to come here by the court to tell them about my father.
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna try to talk to someone. I need to see someone.
He looks at the missive again and he says, "This was issued to you by Lord Vex."
Yes, Lord Vex.
Lord Vex. Lord Vex said you come here to discuss something in regards to your father.
Yes.
I can put you with an individual that may be able to help you. Unfortunately, the miss, as I said, is very busy, and you will not be able to see her today.
There's no problem at all. Just with anyone.
I can summon
like a
someone for
manager,
you.
You know?
A manager. And he says, if you will follow the drone. He gestures once again towards the quadrone that is patiently waiting for you. He will take you to someone who can help you.
Thank you. Don't worry, Zito. 15 minutes. We still got time.
20 minutes later, after passing through the many arching, and curving halls of this place, you could see, again, various individuals, both celestial and fiendish alike, and mechanical, milling about this place, and you are taken before what appears to be a small chamber with a large throne, seated upon which is something that resembles one of those quadrones or duodrone creatures, but it's much larger, and it has mechanical wings that arch out from behind it. It has a singular eye, and it has this almost like a smirking look to it as you walk into it. And there are smaller drones that are flying around it and reading off things to it, like going through these plates and reading zeros and ones, rapid fire. And when it finishes, it takes the plate and it throws it on the ground and it breaks. And then it takes another a plate and starts reading it. And as you enter into the chamber with Zito, the larger creature now looks at you and says, and it puts up its hand to the others that are floating and waiting around it. Yes, visitor, what can I do for you?
Yes, I'd like to speak to someone in charge. I bet that's you?
You are correct. I am Vizier Onin. How can I assist you today?
Vizier?
Vizier Onin.
Vizier Onin. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, just so you know. So, I got a major problem. Or, we all do. We're from the material plane. You know where that is?
Yes, I am very well acquainted with the material plane.
Yes, of course. I mean, I know you're a very powerful man. And, have you heard of Quori before?
Yes.
The Quori are invading the material plane, and we got proof. We need help.
And he looks to you, and he just sort of narrows his singular mono eye at you and says, Quori invade your realm at all times. This very minute, Quori infest your realm. This is known. This is well documented.
But we need help.
Well, then, what sort of help are you seeking?
Can you help defeat them?
That is not our way. The Panopticon documents all living individuals all across the planes, their deeds. They are observed and documented. Nothing more, nothing less. We do not interfere in the comings and goings of other planes of existence. We merely document what happens.
But see, if you continue to let this happen, there'll be nothing to document. So then, therefore, you should intervene.
As I say, this is how things have been done since the Panopticon was created. Millennia. Many millennia. Countless millennia ago. Who are you to question our ways?
Well, I was just curious. I thought you guys bring balance, to the universe and all that kind of stuff. Let the Quori invade the material plane, and
the material plane has been invaded by Quori before, thousands of years ago. The denizens of the material plane, or Eberron, defeated them. It is well documented.
How did they defeat them the first time?
All throughout your history, Eberron's history, many forces from different planes of existence have had incursions in your plane before and have, for many years, fought and were defeated. On both sides. Good and bad, these are perspectives.
Is there an angel I could talk to?
The Vizier looks at you and says, I can assure you I am the highest authority below the missus. If there's nothing else that I can assist you with, though, I must insist that you move on. I am very busy.
Will you give us any advice on how to defeat them?
I'm quite certain that a resourceful mortal such as yourself will be able to find what you need. Perhaps you can petition the archive for that information.
You won't make a deal or anything?
And he's I assume that you still have your pass with you.
I have the pass.
That was given to the quadrant. The quadrant's been sort of just holding it up like a flag because it's bigger than it is, and it is waving it. And the Vizier looks at the little quadrant and says, "You, my friend, you have the means to utilize the Panopticon to view at this very moment any being in existence right now. If you wish to utilize that pass this one time, I'm sure that you could possibly find something to help yourself."
My friends are in mortal danger right now. I would have to come back another time. I was just seeing if you could help us save their lives. But I'm sorry that you're very busy.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I use my reaction to have him add +4 to that?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, because I saw. Can I use inspiration?
Yes, go for it. So
13 plus 4.
Okay. So he looks to you.
17.
17. And he says, we do not interfere in the comings and goings of mortals and other beings on other realms. We document. This is not a place to seek out aid in that respect. If you're asking for the Panopticon to interfere with another realm's history, the coming and going, then unfortunately I cannot help you in that way. However, if you wish to relinquish your pass to the Panopticon, you may ask of me one thing, and I will attempt to grant it. Keep in mind, my patience runs thin, mortal.
Yes, I would like to use the pass to save my friends.
You'll have to be a bit more specific.
I turn to Zito real quick. Hey, I mean, what do you...
Poor Eli. He's trying so hard.
You mean Lathana, music, red, all right here alive in front of us. What do you think?
Go for it.
I turn to him and I say, if you could, please, in your greatness, Lathana, Aisha, red, I don't know her last name, and music, alive right here with us.
And the vizier, now his central eye, which is sort of glassy looking but still resembles an eye, begins to cloud over blue, and he looks to you. It clears and goes back to its normal look, and it says, "That's odd. Your friends are not in danger. Well, from what I can tell, they are all alive."
Oh, they are? They're all alive?
Yes, and he now gestures towards a round mirror-like window not too far away from his throne, and you're now seeing an image of Lathana and music laying on the ground with the familiar sight of Talon and Swift over them, administering aid to them. And you could see somewhat familiar-looking samurai that are milling about. It looks like the interior of the mayor's house.
What about the red?
He waves his mechanical hand, and the image now shifts to that of a dimly lit cavernous chamber, and you now see a crystal vial, which seems to be set directly between a stalagmite and a stalactite. And as the image begins to clear a bit more, you can see other vials, like these tubes, canisters, which are behind it in the background. And you can now see a worried and pissed off shifter, Red Sharpclaw, beating her fist and punching as hard as she can against this transparent surface. And you can see this yellowish ferrofluid, which is up to her mid-thighs. And she is silently bashing her fist into this transparent crystal.
What's going on? What's happening?
Your friends appear to be quite alive in various states. Now, if that is all, and the image now fades.
Can you bring him here?
The vizier looks to you, sort of a sly grin, and says, "No. As I stated, I cannot interfere in the comings and goings of mortals."
All right, it was worth a try, but thank you. Thank you for your help.
Very well. And he gestures, and the quadrone brings over the missive that you had, and he takes it and he holds it in his hand and looks at it and says, "I don't wish to cheat you, Eli Stormbringer. You may use this once more." And he holds his hand out, and the paper now floats up in the air and travels towards you. But be very careful whom you ask here in this place for help. Not all of us are as benign.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you again. You're right. I'm sorry, Zito. I took you too much time.
We'll waste more time. Let's get moving.
Okay. What would you both like to do?
Zito's gonna catch whatever bone monster back to the gate.
You don't find the bone monster, but you do find a really weird looking, it almost looks like a hula hoop. A series of hula hoops made of metal. And there's these seats that are hovering in it. It moves like a gyroscope as it's flying through the air, and it sets down. You can see a few other types of vehicles at this place, at the outskirts, the exterior of the Panopticon, the various levels. And you're able to very quickly obtain a less obscenely priced 10 gold to be taken anywhere you like.
Wow. I guess through the gate.
Taking them to the gate, okay. Takes you some time, but you're able to get back to the gate. You may take take a short rest if you like. In fact, I'm going to mark the whole group as taking a short rest.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you why he gets resurrected for the hour. Can I take a short rest?
Sure. Everyone gets to benefit from a short rest. That means Red as well, even though she's in a worrisome state. It's like you used up all your hit die, Eli.
I did. I was literally one hit from dead.
Oh, I just realized that Red is still unconscious. She's not unconscious anymore.
Or you mean not dead anymore?
Yeah. There you go. All right, so it takes you a little bit of time. You're able to get back to the Prime Gate, and you go through customs. You're not stopping anywhere for trying to acquire materials or useful items.
No.
Okay. You're all able to pass through the Prime Gate, you and Zito, and you find yourselves in the familiar sight of the streets of Artham. It's a little less it's not that much brighter. Really, not a whole lot of time has passed, but you are in the familiar sight of standing at the crossroads near Gutter Guts. If you look up off towards the north, you can see the familiar sight of the crater, if you will, and the damaged buildings from the Dark Star spell. Looking around, you can see that there are, off in the distance, you can see individuals still running and milling about. You don't really see too many of the soldiers that you saw once before, though. But you do see very large construct vehicles in the distance milling about off to the south.
Zito's gonna go towards the mayor's house and regroup with Latana and Music.
Okay. You both arrive at the house. Outside of it, you can see the familiar sight of Jekt and Radabon, who are standing in the place that those orc samurai were before. And as soon as they see you, they rush to your aid and like clasp you on the shoulders. Jekt is like, "Are you all right? We thought you were done for."
Yeah, I was. Eli brought me, was able to get me some help before it was too late. But, there's still one more of us that needs our help. Where's Lathana and music?
And he gestures towards the building and says, "Right this way."
And you haven't heard from Ender or Ari, have you?
And Jack just looks to you, very morose look, as he opens the door and allows you to walk into the mayor's house, which is absolutely trashed. And as you and Eli pass through the doors, Lathana and music, you see your companions waltzing through. A fresh-faced Zito, not quite as fresh-faced Eli, waltzing through the double doors into the mayor's house.
See? I told you they'd be fine.
And there's some... you asked the samurai a question, didn't you, Zito?
I asked him if you heard from Ender or Ari.
And he looks to you, he says, "No, I have not. However, there is something." And he reaches into his pack and he pulls out the sword hilt of a familiar katana. This was found on the second floor. And he reaches out and he hands it to you.
Zito will take the katana and he'll inspect it and see if there's any clues or anything on there. You never know.
And as you're inspecting it, he says, "We'd found something else upstairs. Signs of struggle and a strange, odd creature. We captured it. We were just getting ready to question it." And he gestures off to the distance to the long table. You see the mayor is sitting there. He's now changed into not his dressing gown. You see Lathana and you see music. They're seated at the table and they're both staring at this cage. Held within this cage is a little creature that seems to be composed of dirt, and it has wings, and its form is almost flowing, and it has these two coal-like eyes. It turns and it looks at you, and it snarls with these needle-like teeth. "Your friends were just about to begin questioning this one."
Zito is going to look back at Lathana and music. This is whoever took Red seems to have stowed her away in a crystal in some cavern.
Lithana darts up. "Red is alive?"
I believe so. At least from what Eli and I saw in the whatever scrying pool.
And this is what the creature looks like that's in the cage. I will share with you all. Disgusting. It's glopping and slopping a mucus-like mud-like substance that's coming off of it. And it can't get out of the cage, but it's slopping it through the bars at you all, making a mess on the table.
Zito is going to approach this creature. It's here. Can you speak?
Start saying something, which I will type in the chat to see if any of you understand it. Oh, well, never mind.
Oh, I thought I was the only one that could understand it. That's funny.
There you go. Didn't understand
no,
that.
No, nope.
Let's see.
No.
No. Let's try it again in this language. No one. But you get the gist of it. It wants out. It's shaking the bars now. And the mayor is just sort of bridged his fingers. He's slumped down. He's staring straight at this thing. This wicked-looking axe leaning against his chair. And he's just staring with this foul grimace at this creature. And he looks around. He says, "Well, it's good to see you both are well. Eli, Zito, was it? We can't make hide nor hair of what this creature is saying."
I'm gonna try cast and detect thoughts on it.
Okay.
I can actually cast tongues and understand everything it says.
Oh, you can?
If you want me to.
Go for it.
All right, I'll cast tongues. Hey, little guy, what are you trying to say?
Let me go.
Well, I know that, but give us a good reason. That guy over there has an axe, and he really wants to use it.
You don't understand. There's no time. I must get back. I must get back.
Unfortunately, you're not going anywhere until we know everything we need to know, so the faster you tell us, the faster you can get back.
I don't have to tell anything to you.
No, you don't. We can just cut you in half. Isn't that right?
And this little thing is just staring at you. Its needle-like teeth as it snarls.
Can I make a check and see what, like, can Zito identify this creature, whatever it is?
Make an Arcana check.
Would Lithana have seen this in nature somewhere?
Lithana, you would never have encountered this type of creature before.
Okay.
But Zito, this is apparently a lesser elemental creature. Some refer to them as mud mephits. They're sort of like an imp creature. They're native to various elemental planes, and you would know that they come in a variety of various types.
Does he tell the party that?
Yeah, I was just about to. This is one of like a lesser earth elemental.
Oh, I think I've seen something similar to this before at a distance, not up close. Interesting.
But is it working with the Quori though?
And
hey, little guy, who are you working with?
Now goes making this horrible noise as it's just annoyingly like just screeching at you. This is unintelligible noise.
I'm gonna start the verbal components for Eldritch Blast and tell him you better shut that up.
And its jaws are slobbering. Its teeth closed, clenched shut, and it just continues to mutter. How long does your tongues last?
An hour.
Okay.
I got an hour to beat information out of him.
Okay. And
somebody get me a broom.
What are the rest of you doing?
Yeah, why don't we try and reason with it first? Music. Why don't you ask him if he can lead us to? Yeah, there, music. Why don't you ask him if he can lead us to Red, or wherever those giant crystals are located? We'll set him free.
Sure, I'll ask him. with my arm blade out, I'm gonna lean down and say, I think we should just skewer you. But my friend, he's a nice guy. He just wants me to go ahead and ask you where his friend is and these. Tell me what it is again. These big crystals you saw.
Yes.
Our friend Red is trapped in these big crystals. Tell me what you know about that, and I can put this away.
Make an intimidation check.
Just to make sure, I'm going to give him a +4, just in case.
Okay. I like that ability. Hey, you need an extra 4? Here you go. Hey,
That's a 28.
that's a 28.
Nice.
It seems to poop something. You're not sure what. It could be poop. It could just be mud. And it says, "You want to know?"
Yes, that's why I asked.
What? And he's continuing to just look at you, just sort of. You seem to have frightened this creature so much so that it's forgotten what you asked it.
Where is Red? She's trapped in the big crystals?
Big crystals. That's the master's place. Yes, yes. Won't be long then.
Who's the master?
Master, the prophet. If your friend is there, it won't take long. The incubation chamber.
Yes, but who is the master? Give me a name.
The prophet Vaughn. Prophet of the churning chaos. Named so by the previous prophet.
I'm going to pass over to Zito exactly what he said, but I'm going to look back at him. I think he's making it all up, Zito. I mean, he's obviously just a little peon. He probably doesn't know what he's talking about. I doubt he knows anything about their operation.
You can make an insight check if you like.
Oh, I believe him. I'm just messing with him. He's obviously small and stupid. It was 18 on insight, though.
He seems to be telling you the truth, or at least he believes that he's telling you the truth.
Obviously a stupid creature. I doubt he knows anything about their operations whatsoever.
And the little creature now, he punches the inside of the cage with one fist, grasping one of the bars, and looks at you, narrows its eyes, and says, "I can take you there. If you let me go."
Oh, I'm inclined to, but I just don't trust you. How are we going to work this out so that I can know that you're going to take us there?
It's a small cage, right?
Yep.
We can just carry it.
It's a small. It's a very small creature.
I mean, you could carry it. I mean, I'm not exactly the carrying type. I bend easily.
Can I pick it up?
Sure. I mean,
I'll pick it up.
It's a little ungainly for you at your size. It's about your height, so it's kind of like bear hugging a large, like for Zito at least, it's like bear hugging a large laundry basket. You couldn't really carry it in one hand, is what I'm saying. It's not like a lantern. For you, it would be like a large size lantern size for a creature bigger than you.
Donna's kind of tough. Couldn't she carry it?
Lithana will lift the cage from Zito. Zito, you were just dead. Let me carry it. And you're a little short.
It's making this little nasty... You can't understand what it's saying, but it's going... in your face.
What's it saying, music?
Something about your mother. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's actually... It keeps saying over and over again, Jabal Almat, save me. Jabal Almat, save me.
I imply that to them, but I also lied to Lithana and said that he insulted her mother.
She holds out a knife. If you do that one more time...
It makes a very rude gesture to you. Very obscene, rude gesture.
I attempt to intimidate it.
Music hits the floor laughing.
Oh, wow.
While this is all
intimidation.
while this is all going on, Talon and Swift have been seated at the table watching this all going on, and Swift says, "If Red is still alive, we will find her. Give the creature what it wants. Time is of the essence."
Yeah, this creature is gonna take us to Red.
Then let's go. What are we waiting for?
We're waiting for somebody to leave. Let's go.
What would you all like to do?
Friends, I'm not going to lie. Lithana looks okay, but I have a really splitting headache, and if I try to shoot something, it's just gonna be like a little peon shooting. Not much damage.
I'm afraid we don't have time to
Talking
wait,
about
though.
Red.
Well, I'm concerned that if we leave now, we might all die. We have to heal up some. That's what happened last time. We almost all died. I want to find Red as much as you all do. I stayed behind. I didn't run. I tried to fend off the creature so that I could pick up Red, but unless we are ready to go, I'm afraid it's going to be a suicide mission.
Well, we can always go back to Dunby.
Dunby?
Time there is very different than here. A long rest there would be only a few seconds here.
And Swift looks at you, Eli, and says, "What is this nonsense that you speak of? We're wasting time. Talon, take the gangrenous creature. We'll go save her ourselves." And Talon starts to stand up from his seat and walk over towards you, Lithana.
Do you speak the creature's language?
I'll beat it out of it.
I don't think you can teach a creature a language by beating it.
Pain, when applied specifically, can be quite useful. Every creature understands
I agree.
pain. Then what would you suggest? You talk about resting, healing. We are ready to go now. Your wizard friend
Eli, you guys.
Go ahead.
Eli, you guys go heal up. I'll walk with them and translate for the creature. Catch up with us when you get a chance. We won't engage anything without you. I'll make sure we stay hidden.
But music, you
don't
need help too.
Wait, don't think
I'm not in that bad a shape.
But your spells, you would be useless.
I'm definitely not useless. I mean, I've still got some spells, just not any really big ones.
We're about to walk into what he calls his master. I don't think we're going to be fighting any... It's going to be heavily fortified and a potentially very dangerous creature. We need to be ready to go. She looks over at the two... Are they shifters, or...?
They're both shifters, yes, the brother and sister.
I have no intention of fighting the master. I just have the intention of getting Red and getting out of there. We just got beat up by the underlings. We're definitely not going to fight the master, even at full power. The best thing we can do is get Red and get the hell out.
And
you will need my help in
Urkor
being stealthy.
holds up a hand and he says, "If I may." And as he starts to talk, bursting through the double doors, another samurai comes rushing in, breathing heavily. Urquhart looks at him and says, "Catch your breath, man. What is it?" And the man walks up. He looks around at all of you and whispers something to him. And Urquhart says, "It is as I feared. I'm afraid that Maggie was found dead. On the lookout. We've been watching for some time. There was glowing sphere of light, only recently sated. This runner tells me that they found her body. You also tell me
Can you
that
bring the body here?
it takes some time. They also tell me that. They also tell me, as he continues to stare at you, arching an eyebrow, if these tremors continue, the spire will topple and destroy the village. And like clockwork, as he says that, you can all feel the vibrations in your legs and hear things in the kitchen and other buildings or other rooms outlying this main chamber rattling and shaking. Hear the sound of some glass breaking. Whatever you're going to do, you must do it quickly. We can search for Red. We have nowhere.
I'm gonna pull Eli off to the side.
Hey, music.
Yeah, look, we're gonna need to move fast on this, but you're right. You guys do need to rest up. I'm offering to go over there and help out, but I mean, honestly, man, I really don't even know these people all that well. We can go get Red and fuck these people. We can just leave. We ain't gotta rescue this town.
To be honest, I feel the same way. I mean, I'm not getting paid to do this anymore. We're fired, remember?
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, getting Red out of here to me is paramount. We get Red, we get out of here. Red's not going to like it. That's the only problem we got. If we go rescue Red and we bounce, we're going to have problems. But that's really my only priority here is getting Red out. Otherwise, I mean, you know, we're fighting a losing battle, a very, very losing battle right now. Like, we've gotten our asses kicked, and those weren't even the masters. You know, we're about to go up against something even bigger, badder, that seems to already have won. I don't know about this.
Yeah, well, the problem, music, you forgot the one thing. If we rescue Red, she's most likely not going to want to leave, so there'd be no point of rescuing her. But I want to rescue her, so then we have to stay and fight.
All right, let's see what the group wants to do. We're going to fall back for now, because if we do, they're going to take off with that little method, and there goes our chance of finding the base. But at the same, hold on, let me just ask the method where it's at. Maybe he can tell us.
Okay. You asked the
Hey, little mud thing.
I am Snarl. What do you want?
Snarl. I like you cut, G. Look, I need you to tell me where this is at, because these guys are going to wander off with you, okay? And when they do, we're going to be following up behind, bringing a lot of firepower with us. Go ahead and tell me where I need to be.
What are you looking for?
I want to know directions on to get to my friend. You can't leave me there, because these guys don't want to wait. Just tell me how to get to her.
And the creature, now looking around, looks towards the crater in the floor, looks around, looking at places, and he says, and he points directly down.
Keep going down and you'll find it.
And on that note, let's shift over to Red. Red, are you there?
Yep.
From within the cylinder, the warm liquid is now up to your belly button, to your navel. And as you've looked around the chamber, you've seen some odd movement, strange creatures moving around in a mist crawling over the crystals, these purple glowing chamber. And the glow starts to get a bit more vibrant, and the whole chamber shakes from the continued tremors. And you now see a humanoid waltzing into the cavern, wearing the familiar armor and outfit he was wearing in the mayor's house. Now with a regal cloak pulled up over the armor, he's clasping it closed around where his neck is as he's getting closer to your tube. And you can hear him now in your thoughts. Hello, Red. It's so good of you to join us. I'm sure that you are confused. And you are hurting. But you are here now, and it won't be long. You will join your kin soon. I have enhanced so many of your family. I look forward to seeing what the royal jelly does to you. And as he gets closer, you can see now he has hanging from his belt that pike, that pickaxe that was hanging from his belt. You can see now he is just grinning ear to ear. This silent look. His lips weren't moving as he was talking to you in your mind, and he begins to, still smiling, back away from your tube and waltz out of the room. And you're once again by yourself, somewhat helpless within this cylinder. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Wow.
I'm thinking about slipping some thieves' tools in there with that little mud method because I don't like the way this guy's talked to us.
I mean, I think it's very clear that shifters have a... they don't like magic men.
Yeah, I would think that at this point, Red is about to fly into a murderous rage.
Yeah. They're gonna wish they left her for dead.
Wow, Jeremy.
Yeah?
Wow.
Did you just wow me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you almost CVK'd us.
Yeah, wow.
Eli got away, though.
Well, hold on. He said music and Lathana. Did he say Red also?
Red is nowhere to be seen.
It's alright. You can play as one of my backup characters. I got this really cool paladin named Samael. You're going to love him.
In fact, I'm not sure if anyone saw her body get tossed down that hole. I think maybe, Lathana, you were awake when that happened?
Sabrina's going on in my...
Okay, oh, that's right. She took Daisy.
Dude, Eli's the only survivor with a pot of gold.
A pot of gold. And if you guys
And
would've-
Zeta.
if you guys would have held on
I
for
could just
just
rob Tito and 4K retire, man.
if you guys would have just held on for a little while longer, you guys would have had like the cavalry coming to help you, who just showed up to help Lathana and music.
We were trying, man, but the thing wouldn't let me roll above a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you hit me once, I was dead. That's the reason why I made the decision I did.
See, look at that. That's as high as I can get on my checks.
Oh, jeez.
I had to get out of there, I mean, or we'd all died.
There we go.
We're gonna say for.
Sorry, Ashley. I tried. I had to choose one.
I don't think Ashley's here.
Oh, okay. And Ryan and Eli have been hanging out along, and Zito's been growing on Eli, so yeah, of course he would have chose Zito.
I just rolled my dexterity save. I got a 3 and a 4. This is awesome. No. So Eli got all the good dice.
Right?
Ah! Oh, it was almost a 19 and then went to 1.
Third one in a row. Well, third one tonight. Yeah, Unity's dice hate me.
That was insane, man. Jeremy.
Yes. Happy birthday.
I like the crack though.
What's that? Did you
I
just call
love
me-
that hole. That's
did you
awesome, man.
Did you call me a crack hoe?
Yeah. No, I like that crack hole, man. That's
Oh,
cool.
okay.
The little like effect with the cloud underneath it. That's cool.
Yeah, is that a cloud or is it another picture? It looks like it's animated.
It is animated.
That's dope. It's a cloud then, right?
Well, it's a cloud of dust that has been pluming out of this hole that was created when this creature burrowed up through the ground, soft ground beneath it, and then through and splintered through the wood beneath the house.
Yeah, I was moving my map all around because I noticed it's a different layer than the map itself, and I was trying to see if there was any image or anything underneath there, but I couldn't see anything, so
Well,
that's cool.
If you move your character token outside, you'll see that the fountain is animated. Oh, sorry, the door's locked. There you go. Now you can open it and go outside.
Which way? Through the bottom door?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to open the doors. There we go. There you go. Yeah, you gotta move your thing through the wall. The wall will stop you. There you go.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Here, I'm just gonna put music outside. There we go.
Yeah, it won't let me go. Well, I like how the lighting changes based off of my character's perspective, though.
Yeah. And any place you go, the lighting will the places that you reveal to each of you will stay revealed but shaded if you move out of an area you no longer can see line of sight through.
Yeah, I'm seeing that, like the table area is shaded now for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Man. Can't believe you guys let them die again.
Please.
I gave away all my healing potions. It's not my fault if anybody died.
Yeah. You guys will get experience points for some of that. Not all of it, but some of it.
We're dying. Hey man, Eli's retired.
You each received 2,010 experience points, even though you technically lost that fight. Eli's retiring, is that what you said?
Yeah, he's got a 401k. I got another dimension. I can get a house here.
I don't think we lost that fight.
Well, that's why I still rewarded you with some experience points.
Yeah, because those things had like advantage on saves. They did massive damage. They had higher armor class. They were just out of our league. That's all it was. Yeah, but yeah, we didn't lose that fight. Considering how low level we were compared to the kind of stats we were looking at and what we were up against, I think we did fairly well.
Yeah,
I put out a ton of damage before I got kicked out of my chair.
With your feet propped up.
I did say this was designed to be the toughest fight you guys have encountered. And you guys did kind of just walk into this fight.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, Dad. They started it.
That's true. You guys got fired, and then he refused to let you leave. What's that all about?
Yeah, we may not have ultimately won the fight, but we didn't go out and like no bitches. We represented.